the guitar I've ever played. Just got a good sound to it.
Willie Nelson, a name synonymous with country music, rebellion, and resilience. At 91 years old, he has faced financial ruin, personal betrayals, narcotics busts, and industry blacklisting. Yet he remains one of the most celebrated country artists of all time. But behind the music, controversies, and feuds, there's one relationship that has stood the test of time: his complex, lifelong friendship with Kris Kristofferson. Were they rivals or brothers? Was there jealousy, betrayal, or competition behind the scenes? Why did their paths sometimes drift apart, despite being part of the same legendary outlaw movement? Let's uncover the truth about the bond that reshaped country music forever. By the late 1960s, Nashville controlled country music with an iron grip. Executives dictated not just how songs sounded, but how artists dressed, spoke, and behaved. Clean-cut appearances, traditional lyrics, and polished instrumentation were the gold standard. But Willie Nelson and Kris Kristofferson didn't fit that mold. Willie, a struggling songwriter, had penned massive hits like Crazy for Patsy Cline and Hello Walls for Faron Young. Yet Nashville didn't see him as a marketable star. His voice was rough, his delivery unconventional, and his music too progressive for the establishment. Kristofferson, on the other hand, was an outsider in a different way. A war hero and Rhodes Scholar, he had a promising military career, but chose to sweep floors at Columbia Studios just to be near the music industry. His songwriting was raw, filled with deep emotional storytelling, existential crises, and heavy themes of regret and war, completely unlike Nashville's mainstream hits. In 1970, Kristofferson pulled off one of the most legendary stunts in country music history. He stole a National Guard helicopter and landed it on Johnny Cash's lawn, just to hand him a demo of Sunday Morning Coming Down. Cash performed it live, and overnight, Kristofferson became a star. Meanwhile, Willie Nelson was still drowning in failure. His label, RCA, kept forcing him to fit Nashville's mold, dressing him in suits and drowning his sound in orchestral arrangements. Frustrated, he was on the verge of quitting music altogether. Seeing Willie struggle, Kristofferson encouraged him to leave Nashville and head to Texas, where a new music revolution was brewing. Austin's bars and honky-tonks were filled with long-haired cowboys, bikers, and hippies, an audience that didn't care about industry rules. Willie took the leap, and it changed his life forever. He found an audience that embraced his raw, poetic sound. He reinvented himself as the leader of the outlaw country movement, breaking every rule Nashville had tried to impose on him. As Kristofferson thrived in music in Hollywood, whispers of a rivalry with Willie began. Kristofferson was the golden boy, intellectual, respected, and effortlessly successful. Nashville respected him in a way they never did with Willie. While Kristofferson was winning Grammys, starring in blockbuster films, and topping the charts, Willie was still struggling to be taken seriously. But in 1973, Willie took complete control of his career. He left Nashville behind, fully embraced his Texas roots, and released Shotgun Willie. It was a defining moment. Willie was no longer trying to fit in. He had arrived on his own terms. Chapter 5, The Love Triangle. Few people know this, but both Willie Nelson and Kris Kristofferson were linked to the same woman, Rita Coolidge. A talented singer-songwriter, Coolidge was romantically involved with Kristofferson, eventually marrying him in 1973. However, whispers in the industry suggested that before she married Kristofferson, she had a brief connection with Willie Nelson. Whether it was a romance or just a deep friendship, no one knows for sure. But many believe it created unspoken tension between the two men. While Kristofferson battled alcohol and Hollywood pressures, Willie faced his own demons: financial ruin, narcotics busts, and a complicated love life. In 1990, the IRS seized nearly everything he owned, claiming he owed $16.7 million in unpaid taxes. Instead of giving up, he recorded an album called The IRS Tapes to help pay off his debt. Willie's personal life was equally turbulent. He married multiple times, had affairs, and fathered children outside of marriage. One of his most infamous scandals? His wife Shirley discovered his affair when she opened a hospital bill for the birth of a child that wasn't hers. Willie's legal troubles didn't end with taxes. His well-known love for marijuana led to multiple arrests, making headlines several times over the years. But instead of hurting his reputation, it only solidified his image as an outlaw musician who lived by his own rules. Fans admired his defiance, and he even became an advocate for the legalization of marijuana, a fight he continues to support to this day. His influence also extended into philanthropy. Willie has been an outspoken advocate for American farmers, co-founding Farm Aid in 1985 alongside Neil Young and John Mellencamp. The annual benefit concert supports struggling farmers across the country, proving that his activism reaches far beyond music. Despite their ups and downs, their friendship endured. Even as Kristofferson's career slowed and his health declined due to Lyme disease, Willie stood by him. When Kristofferson passed away in 2024, Willie called him the greatest songwriter ever. Their story is one of resilience, rivalry, and a brotherhood that changed country music forever. Willie and Kris refused to be controlled, and because of that, they left behind a legacy that will live on for generations. Their influence extended beyond country music. They became cultural icons, proving that musicians didn't have to conform to industry standards to find success. Their songs, filled with raw emotion and honest storytelling, resonated with generations of fans. Their impact is still felt today as new artists draw inspiration from their fearless approach to music. Even in his 90s, Willie continues to tour and perform, carrying the spirit of outlaw country forward. Though Kristofferson is no longer with us, his music remains a powerful testament to his talent and artistic bravery. The friendship between these two legends was more than just a professional collaboration. It was a bond forged through struggle, triumph, and a shared passion for music that will never fade away. Kristofferson's ability to infuse his lyrics with social consciousness and personal introspection made him one of the most influential songwriters in history. He received countless awards, including induction into the Country Music Hall of Fame and the Songwriters Hall of Fame, further cementing his impact on the industry. Willie, too, continues to make waves in the music world. His latest projects, including collaborations with younger country artists, show that his influence is as strong as ever. His longevity and ability to evolve with the times prove that true artistry never fades. The outlaw spirit of Willie Nelson and Kris Kristofferson is more than just a chapter in country music history. It's a testament to the power of authenticity, friendship, and fearless creativity. Their music and legacy will continue to inspire generations of artists who refuse to be confined by industry norms, just as they did decades ago. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more stories about the legends of country music. Thanks for watching.